Today is one of those very, very busy days. Lots of training, lots of meetings. Whew, you're gonna see all of it. Nice. So I made an AI chatbot for my sales reps. And so that way, they have a lot of questions. Instead of always having to ask me, they can ask the AI bot. Automate, delegate, outsource, like the whole buyback in time thing. And so the AI bot's context is a little outdated, so I gotta update its context. And then we get into some meetings and trainings and all that good stuff that comes with being in management. Woo! So I'm like a sales manager now, and a big part of my job is just coaching and developing skills. It's not about like when I was a digital marketing manager where it was more about getting tasks done on time and the quality of the work and the creative and beautiful designs and everything. No, this time it's about getting the reps to be better salesperson and like verbal communicators. Yeah, so I have one-on-ones with each reps. Before my one-on-ones, I'm going to prepare lesson plans. So for example, the skill I really want our team to develop is the following: asking questions and reiterating their answers to show the person that we're actually listening. So for example, if the person says, I'm gonna make this up, we need a tool to record all our meetings because right now everything is all over the place. What you want to reply back with is, okay, so from what I'm understanding, you feel like you need some more organization when it comes to your meeting notes. Is that right? And the person will be like, yeah, exactly. By reiterating exactly what they say, the prospect will feel like you've actually heard them. And when they feel heard and understood, they feel like they're being listened to. And therefore, when you're going to the sales pitch and you're tailoring the content towards their needs, it feels less like a sales pitch and more like you're actually helping them. And so I have to like teach this skill to the reps. And as a sales manager, my job is to teach skills and knowledge transfer. How you rate it, like each department in terms of excellence, or you know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say? I just want to get a feel for where we are as a business. Really? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'll talk about the sales side. So overall, what we're doing on the sales side is shout out to Cadigan for providing me a very clear sales playbook for the entire department. We're now aggressively into coaching season. The goal right now for the department is to invest in our reps, make them better so we have compound results in terms of conversions that we see. Some of the things we're doing is Slack messages with links to recordings with feedback on, hey, do this better. Me jumping in calls and shadowing them and giving them feedback afterwards. Or maybe I'll just try to close the call for them and they kind of see how I work and then it can kind of break their frame of reference, et cetera, et cetera. So we're diving deep into coaching right now at the moment in terms of our department. And the key area of growth that I'm trying to target with each of our reps is personalization. So being able to communicate and present the slides while also tailoring it to the pain points and needs of the prospect that they mentioned earlier in the call. That's kind of what's been the trend for sales. Any questions? Oh, the thing with managing sales reps is that you gotta understand their personal why, or what fires them up, what excites them, and then tie that back to their job. So for example, one of my reps, they were able to buy a house in the Philippines, okay? Overseas rep. And they want to buy the second one. They're very excited. And now they're like a homeowner with multiple properties, and they're telling me things like, I can't believe at the age that I'm at that I'm able to afford multiple properties. I have a nice car, I have like a motorcycle, and he just wants to build this like life with all these properties and everything. And then I asked him, like, do you feel like this role here right now helps you to achieve that? And he's like, yeah, absolutely. This role really helped me to get these properties, make the money, make the commissions, get all these things, right? So it's good for me to know, because in a coaching session, now, I'm not coming from a place of, hey, I'm your manager and you need to hit your numbers. It's more like, hey, I'm your friend and I want you to have like 7 properties in the Philippines. Let's work together to help you make that happen, right? So I'm tying it back to the reps' personal goals and where they're trying to go. Learning a lot this week. It's crazy, yo. I think we understand the content of our program really well, so we can explain it to prospects. One of the key areas that I think we can develop in is personalization. Now, that is a broad word, and there's different groupings underneath that broad word. And one of the groupings is active listening. So making the prospect feel like you actually understand their problem, so then they feel heard and that you also understand their problem as well. That way, when we're going through the deck, we can tailor the deck according to their pain points they mentioned up front at the beginning of the call. And so for this session, we're going to be practicing the skill of active listening. And to demonstrate to you guys how this is going to work, me and Mark will do a demonstration where I pretend to be a prospect and Mark is going to do something very, very specific. Before I tell you what he does, I want you to see what he does. And then I want to hear you guys explain to me what Mark does. Okay. Mark, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay, perfect. Leverage things you can do as a manager and a leader is knowledge transfer. For example, I have a rep that reached out to me and they're like, hey, I have someone who is interested in our services, but they're so worried about being burnt because in the past they signed up with someone who offers similar service to us, and again, it didn't work out with them. They end up getting burnt, and they want to make sure that this doesn't happen again if they sign up for our services. Now, what I can do is go on that call with that person that the rep is speaking to and tackle their objections and try to close them, right? I can do that, me and that lead, talk to them one-on-one. But the problem with that is that it's not scalable in the sense that, sure, we can close that one deal, but what if I have my rep join me in the call and they can see me close the person and do the objection tackling, so then they can learn it, and next time that they come across a lead who has the same objection, they can easily just do like objection tackling because now they're like, now they know, now they've learned, right? And so this mindset is more about like knowledge transfer and scalability, because the highest leverage thing I can do is help my reps to be better. Like if I can optimize for that and I do that across all my reps, the compounding effect of that is going to be so much larger than if I individually spoke with that one lead myself. So it's a new day. Anyways, my parents are coming, and so I try to put on an outfit that screams successful son vibes. Okay, let me show you my outfit. So I got my dress pants on. Woohoo! I got a nice, clean, simple shirt. Nothing too over the top, but something casual. I'm trying to go for like a casual weekend, but I'm still successful and luxurious type of vibe. So my parents came over and my dad wanted help filming his little movie project. Since he's super passionate about making these short films, I jumped in to help, and watching him work and act made me realize where my own love for content creation, vlogging, and editing really comes from. It was honestly such a wholesome moment.